Happy Wednesday. Thank you all for joining me for another Educational Wednesday video today. And I just want to say that today is such an awesome video. And so thank you for sticking out. This is the third principle of Contagious out of 6, I believe. And so we're working our way towards, we're halfway there, working our way towards. So hopefully you enjoyed social currency, the first one and the second one, triggers. Hopefully you enjoyed those both those videos. Got a lot of knowledge and different ways you can actually create sticking points and things to actually encourage and build a brand that people actually are contagious and want to follow, and it's easier for them to actually stick to and catch on. I can put the book away for really quick, but right off the bat, we're going to hit it off with something awesome. When people share videos, when people share different things, what is it that they really share? What kind of emotions? So today, I forgot to mention, we're talking about emotions. Right? People's emotions factor into how contagious and how things catch on. That being said, today, emotions play a big factor in what we share online and in person, but especially online social media. So, biggest thing, positive emotions overall have a bigger effect and have a more likely chance of being shared than negative emotions and negative things. But there's a catch. See, anger and anxiety actually produce sometimes even higher amounts of shares than positive emotions, which is then closely followed by awe, which is, so it goes basically like, so if you have some kind of anger or anxiety, that is really high and it's followed by awe. And then humor and positive emotions like humor, excitement, stuff like that. Why? Because people, when they're angry, they want to share. But not when they're sad. See, if something makes someone sad, they don't want to share it because then they're sharing it out to others and they know they're making other people sad. And people don't want to do that. You don't want to, again, going back to social currency, you don't want to destroy that. You don't want to destroy your social currency by going back and ruining that moment. So instead, you want to share something that makes you angry that you know is going to make someone else angry, right? When we watch a lot of people share when something bad happens to a human being, when someone's bullied or treated badly, or when there's a comedy or something funny, you want to share that. If something's cool, actiony, you want to share that, but you don't want to share something that's just sad or just there, complacent, whatever. You want it to be somewhat exciting. You want to feel good when you share it. You want to know that others are going to have the same emotions, right? If it's anger, people are angry, so they share it so they can fight. They want to fight. They want to get up and fight that post that they had. So right off the bat, emotions are super, super important to how people react to your content. Are they angry? Are they sad? Are they learning? Are they whatever they're doing? You have to realize and you have to focus on how their emotions will impact what they will share. People don't share things that they don't like. People won't share things that they find just ordinary, normal, stuff like that. So moving on to another topic on emotion is actually behavioral residue. So biggest thing when it comes to how do you get more people to vote? How do you get more people to do things that you don't know if people voted, right? And that's where they came out with those stickers. The stickers that say, I voted, right? It's showing that for that day, people get to wear it, put it on their chest, feel proud that they voted, and other people see that other people are doing it, and they're like, okay, so everyone else is doing it, I should probably do it too. Same thing with a lot of different triggers. Even if you go to a restaurant, right, you would rather go to a restaurant that has a long line than you would to someone that has no line at all. Why? Because you feel like it just logically, you're like, okay, if there's a longer line, the food must be better at this place than the other place because there's more people going and doing this action and going to this restaurant instead of the other one. Same thing with being voted, right? You have this behavioral residue where people won't take action if they think other people aren't doing it, right? Recycling, taking out the garbage, whatever. If you don't see other people doing it, you're assuming, I don't know how many people actually do this, so there's actually no point for, I don't care about it. But when you see more and more people recycling or having some kind of show something, some kind of sticker, hey, I donated blood, right? When you donate blood, you have that sticker, they give you a sticker, you feel proud. People see that and they're more likely to actually go and donate blood themselves because they see more other people are doing it as well. instead of just getting the blood taken out and then hiding it and not telling anyone that you actually had donated blood. That's behavioral residue. Now moving a little bit, shifting it towards the anti-drug ads that are happening, those are really actually inefficient at producing and creating a sort of behavioral residue, because what they're doing is they're signifying to other people that a lot of other people are doing drugs. So now people are like, okay, a lot of people are doing drugs. Maybe I should do drugs. If I see that a lot of people are doing drugs, I want to do drugs. So they're, instead of actually being anti-drug, they're actually helping more important people become addicted or want to try drugs because they know that a lot of people are not doing drugs. If instead they focus on that no one's doing drugs and everyone doesn't do drugs, then everyone will be like, oh, okay, that's fine. Right? Same thing with college. College students assume that everyone is drinking and doing alcohol, smoking, whatever it is. Right? They're assuming that people, their peers are drinking, so they should drink too to fit in. But a majority of college students don't actually want to drink. They don't actually want to binge drink. They don't really care for drinking, but so they can stand in, so they can actually fit in. Because they see that a lot of people, because all the studies and all these administration and school always talks about there's so much drinking, movies, everything fill in. It's like, oh man, everyone's drinking. I have to drink too, so I can fit into this circle in the society. Because if I don't, then I'm not going to be cool like everyone else. But instead, they focus on, oh, no one drinks in college, everyone studies, then more and more people would actually not want to drink because they would be like, okay, no one actually parties like that. That's just, it's not true. All right, so you have to be careful on how you use emotions and behavioral residue, because it can have an opposite effect when you're trying to block out. And just saying that don't do drugs, a lot of people do drugs, don't do drugs, is not going to help, right? It's only going to make it actually worse, because you're acknowledging the fact that a lot of people do it already, so people start thinking. And that's not good, right? So the more things you actually try to cancel or deny, that's why when we see, when laws, even when the prohibition happened and alcohol was canceled and stopped, more and more people actually was drinking alcohol because it's something that was stopped. That you said no, and people still went ahead and did it because they wanted to, right? Because again, you're sorry they stopped it because a lot of people were drinking. Well, now they're like, oh, everyone's drinking, I should drink too. What is there to stop me? So with that being said, though, there's one last thing I want to talk about, and I'm going to use Lululemon. Never shopped there before, but the book talks about it. So Lululemon actually gives you a bag, a really nice looking bag that you keep. You don't throw this bag out. You want to keep it and you reuse it for different things. So when you go into public, if you use it for lunch boxes, for different, if you put your clothes in there, whatever it is, you're walking around public, to your office, to the gym, to work, in general public, to the mall, with this Lululemon bag. Again, that goes back to the triggers and everything. There's emotion behind that bag, and now other people see that bag, they're triggered to want to go to Lululemon and buy their own products because they're reminded of the brand, of the symbol on the actual bag, and they have the emotional connection to Lululemon and seeing that bag and that branding in the product. So now people want to go back and actually buy the product because they see the bag. It reminds you, it triggers you to go to the store, right? Just when you see Nike, Adidas, whatever, you think of, oh, I want those shoes. Or, hey, I should probably buy new shoes from Adidas because I see someone else rocking those shoes. So stuff like that, when you see a lot of people, a lot of companies start actually making better and better bags, so people actually go ahead and carry those bags and the brand. Why do you think Apple has everything Apple? I mean, they give you an Apple bag. Everything is Apple. There's always an Apple symbol everywhere. When you open your MacBook, Apple symbol. People see the Apple. They think of Apple. They get emotional response to Apple because they constantly see it. People constantly use it all the time. Anyways, with that being said, though, hopefully you enjoyed this video. This was the third principle of Contagious. We're moving forward. Really enjoyed this chapter. It's a lot shorter than other ones, but it's something really important to think about. So next time you're thinking about your products, think about how they're actually emotionally attached to people. How, when you create content, how can you make it more positive or more of a positive emotion, so people are more likely to share it. With that being said, though, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in another one of my videos. Peace out.